The fellowship's objective is to continue friendships made during work and to form new ones. This, together with shared interests, activities and pursuits, all organised by the membership, for the membership, makes the NHS Retirement Fellowship the perfect place for you.
Anyone who retires from the National Health Service can join, along with their partners. It provides friendship and support for people throughout their retired lives.
When you work for the NHS, you're all working for the same thing, for the benefit of your patient. You're used to meeting a lot of people, and then suddenly when you retire, you're very much on your own. And it's to keep that fellowship going, and it's renewing friendships and people maybe that you've worked with many years ago and some that you've worked all your life with.
Making new friends as well as keeping in touch with old.
We've got that bond that we've all worked there, you know, whether you worked in Manchester in the hospital or in Wales or in Scotland. You've all been through the same sort of thing.
When I retired from the NHS, after over 40 years of service, I was determined to try and keep in contact with friends and colleagues whom I'd worked with over these many years. I felt the NHS Retirement Fellowship was just the sort of organisation to meet this requirement.
So it keeps people in touch. Socially, it's very good like that.
And it's a good place for friendship.
And to remember and reminisce those old times.
You've made very welcome. You met up with folk that you hadn't seen for years, and it was just the years rolled by and there's a lot of chat about the old days. And obviously you make new friends, lots of new friends, and it's a good place for friendship.
I like people, that's why I went nursing. I like being with people, I like enjoying different activities in groups and with other people. And that's basically why I joined, company and friendship.
At our branch we meet every month and we have a variety of activities.
Yes, we've found a lot of new friends and we went on trips to places that I'd never been to.
It's nice to get with other people and enjoy theatre, things I wouldn't normally do if I were on my own.
In April we were up at Car Bridge. There was about 14 of us there. We had a wonderful time, the weather was fantastic and everybody thoroughly enjoyed themselves.
The fellowship can offer you a range of opportunities and you can share your experiences and enthusiasm.
Every year our branch has a day trip in May and a weekend away in November. We've extended this to a 4-day break in York and plans are being made for a 4-day break in Bruges.
I've had lots of good speakers, very interesting speakers.
Geologists talking about global warming.
Authors, speakers on foreign travel.
Experts on music, antique talks, beekeepers.
And socialised mostly in the evenings and everybody just thoroughly enjoyed themselves.
The theatre, to the ballet, to musicals, canal trips, you name it, and we'll organise it.
I think that the fellowship, the retirement fellowship, is enormously important because the combined intelligence of that group of people we can't just let disappear when they retire. So the idea that they get together and continue to take an interest and talk about the NHS, not just to their colleagues and friends, but to others, is an enormously important thing.
I'm constantly asked by people who are moving into positions of management or positions of change for support and help and advice. And really the concept of a mentor or a coach is tremendously valuable in the NHS today. But who is in a good position to give that advice? Well, I would say nobody more so than somebody who has retired after a career of experiencing the same sorts of pressures and changes that my current staff are experiencing now.
The NHS Retirement Fellowship were asked to give their comments on closure of the accident emergency unit and transferring it to the one particular hospital.
As a Minister of the Welsh Assembly Government, I'm delighted to support the NHS Retirement Fellowship. I'm also delighted to acknowledge and value the role of the members of the Fellowship and the expertise that they can offer.
I think the fellowship does offer support, particularly if any of our members are poorly.
We have a welfare officer who's elected every year at the annual general meeting. Oh, they're very, very good, very helpful. They get notified about anybody who has any illness, who's in hospital.
And we normally send out get well cards to people.
They send them cards, flowers.
I think probably it helps them to know that, you know, they're not forgotten or alone. You know, there's somebody that will ring and see how they are.
We're lucky. The people that we've had as welfare officers, I feel have been very, very good, very considerate, very kind, and they do work very hard at it. I think so.
Although we're a small branch, we were very happy to make a significant contribution towards the Benevolent Fund.
You can take advantage of the opportunities which the Fellowship can offer. You can support and be supported by your colleagues and have opportunities to contribute in many ways.
Each year we have an annual conference. It's an opportunity for us all to get together. We decide policies, but we also have a good time.
I'm very pleased to have been invited to speak to the Retirement Fellowship about the last 5 years in the NHS and what it's been like.
You know, if the civil service HR people had been responsible for naming famous feature films, might we have had that one? The Good, the Bad and the Surgically Challenged.
I come every second year.
Well, I've come twice now.
This is the first time I've been. It won't be the last.
Today I've learned quite a lot from the speech this morning.
You get ideas of where to go, and you can see the different support mechanisms that they've got going in their branch that you think, well, maybe we can adopt some of those ideas for our own branch.
I feel that there are lots of my friends in Canada who have trained in health service, and I have spoken to them about coming over here with me.
To find out what's happening on a broader spectrum rather than just being in our own fellowship, to meet people from other areas. We've met a lot of people and we meet them every year, and it's nice. Yes, and it's a holiday as well, so it's very nice.
I enjoy swimming, particularly when we go to the annual general meeting, because there's usually a pool at the hotel where we stay.
I think the spirit is tremendous.
You will have a lot of decisions to make when you retire. I do hope that one of them will be to join the Retirement Fellowship. You will have the opportunity to keep in touch with colleagues, meet new friends and develop new interests.
I joined the fellowship because I was coming up for retirement,
and I was in a position where I met a lot of people of all different disciplines, and I felt that I would miss that.
The branch is run on a very informal basis, and the members come to the meetings to have a chat and have a bit of fun.
I joined several years ago and I've enjoyed every moment. So join the fellowship and make the most of your retirement. I hope you've enjoyed looking at our short film, hearing from some of the members of the fellowship and others associated with the National Health Service.
To find out more, visit our website, email, write, or telephone. I can assure you of a very warm welcome.